What is up, everybody? Welcome back. My name is still Eric, and for some reason I'm still called Crossing China. I'm trying to think of a new name, so if anybody has a good suggestion, please put it in the comments. I'm not in China, obviously. I don't know when I'm going back to China. Sorry, I haven't been putting out any content for you guys because I've been enjoying all the pizza that I could possibly enjoy. Today I'm going to show you how to subscribe to a NIO, specifically in Germany. Before we go over the process of subscribing to a NIO, what I want to do is introduce a little bit of a game to you guys that I want to play for my own personal benefit or just because I think it might be fun. So right now I have 11,381 subscribers on my YouTube channel. Last month NIO delivered 10,059 total cars. So what I want to do is I want to try to always have more subscribers than NIO has deliveries. So if you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe because I expect next month NIO will be delivering more than 11,381 cars. So let's try to do this and we'll give you an update next month. So now that NIO is not only in China and Norway, the process for buying a car, well, subscribing to a car, is a little bit more accessible to most people. Now it is in English, German, Swedish, Danish, Norwegian, and Dutch. So if you don't want to watch this, you're more than welcome to go and download the app and try to do it for yourself and see how the process works. If you are not in one of the countries that NIO has now expanded into, it's very easy to change your App Store location, at least on Apple. You can Google how to do that if you don't know how. I'm assuming Android's just as easy, but I don't know. I have blue bubbles. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at what cars are available, how the subscription process works, how much it costs, all that sort of thing, just like I used to do when I was showing you how to buy a car in China. At the end of the video, I'm also going to give a little bit of feedback on the app itself, because the NIO app here in Europe, at least from my experience, has been a little bit janky, a little bit less fluid, a little bit less easy to use than the app in China. So I hope they can make some improvements on the app, but for now it still needs a little bit of work. So when you get the app, the first thing that you're going to do is click on the car down at the bottom, right in the center. Next, you can choose either private user or business user. Since I'm a private user, I'm going to choose private user. Now we're going to see a list of what cars are available. Currently, the only cars that are available are ET7. By default, they are listed by price from low to high. But of course, we can go up here to the top and we can filter the results by a variety of parameters. If we do want to see future cars that will be available, like the ET5 or the EL7, we can. But for now, let's just stick with what is available. Even though I downloaded the app from the German App Store, I can still select my country and my delivery area. It's interoperable between different regions. If I wanted to, I could choose the Netherlands, or I can choose Sweden, or I could choose Denmark. So again, I downloaded the app from the German App Store, so presumably this is why my default area is here in Berlin, but I can't say for sure. But I can tell you right now that it's not using my geographic location because I'm currently in Italy, so it doesn't say like Munich or somewhere closer than Berlin. As you can see, the earliest car available in Berlin is the ET7 with the 75 kilowatt hour battery pack, and it's available starting November 18th, and it starts at 1,183.57 euro per month. Now, if we change our region to the Netherlands, for example, we get a date starting at December 15th and a price of 1,299 euros per month. Let's go back to Germany and let's try to get the car. First, we're going to select the first car that's available, and here are the specs. We have Star Gray exterior and Edelweiss white interior. Now, Edelweiss white interior is actually perfect for us because if I'm not mistaken, Edelweiss is actually the German national anthem. So it also comes with Nomi, of course, the Moon package, which is, as you probably know, like a pewter logo. It also has orange brake calipers, and it also has a premium comfort interior, which, as you probably know, also has massage seating and perfume and all that sort of thing. So next we can see the age of the car, and since they're still just barely launching here in Europe, you can see that the age of the car is 1 month old. It's presumably never been leased or subscribed to anybody else yet. You also see the worry-free service and all the other benefits of subscribing to the NIO. So next we will click on customizing our subscription. As you can see, there are a lot of different options, flexible month to month, to 12, 18, 24, 36, and 48 months. We even have customizable options up to 60 months. If subscribing to a car for 5 years sounds appealing to you for whatever reason, it truly does take all kinds to make this world go round, so somebody may choose that option. And that's pretty much it. It's really as simple as that. It's very, very easy to get a car here in the subscription program. Basically now all we have to do is input our billing details and our delivery address. You might remember they're doing the free pickup and delivery, home delivery pickup for people that subscribe before the end of 2022. So that's there as an option. Of course, we also need our driver's license information and our credit card or payment information. Biggity bam, we're done. The car is now on the way. That's done, and while we're here, like I said, I will talk about a little bit about the app and some of the issues I've run into. First thing that is really noticeable to me, at least on the English language version of the app, is that there are quite a few translation or localization errors. If I didn't know much about the brand, like, I've never really heard about the brand, I've only heard it in passing, maybe I'm interested in learning about the car and the brand, I don't know that the translation errors would be a turnoff necessarily, but it won't leave a great first impression with regards to attention to detail. So I find this a little bit funny actually, because I mentioned before, in China, attending events like the Track Day or NIO Day, all of the signs and information they have out there, they're translated into English and they're damn near perfect. They're really good. Even though, in China, it's more unlikely that you're going to run into native English speakers that are going to be reading these signs. There's only like 60 or 70 foreign NIO owners in China right now. So it's really highly unlikely. But here in Europe, at least from what I've seen, the app has quite a few issues with the translation, with the language. Some light just turn off. So here in Europe, there's quite a few issues with the language, and it's like front and center for people when they download the app and start using it. And these people are probably going to be using English more than the people in China. They're going to be more likely to be fluent in English or use it as a main language. So it's not a massively huge deal in my opinion, but it is an observation that I do think needs to be fixed. Okay, so next thing is the app actually functions in some kind of funky ways. So I'll give you a quick example, but there's more than one. So I have the German app, like I said, and my language is set to English. So if I click on any of these tabs in the More About NIO section here, for example, I'll select NIO House, it then takes me to the Danish version of the website. If I change my region, accept all the cookies, etc., it will always still take me to the Danish version of the website, even when I click, English is my language, or my region is global. No matter what I do, no matter what I select in this section, it always takes me to Denmark. I don't know why. It's not a huge deal. Again, it doesn't really make a big difference. I don't think it's going to sway somebody who's interested in trying out a NIO, making a test drive or subscribing to a car, but they might think this is kind of quirky, kind of funky. Maybe the car software, the operating system is also going to be kind of funky, but it's actually not. It's really quite good. So I think they need to make a little bit more attention to detail here on their app. And maybe the German version or the Danish version or the Swedish version, maybe those are all perfect. And because we're not in America yet or England yet, maybe that's why the English version is not perfect. So, and then finally, another issue I found is that no matter what I do in Europe, I've been in Norway, Sweden, Italy, Germany, no matter what I do, I can never access the NIO shop, like the actual items that are for sale or for purchase with points. I've tried on Wi-Fi, I've tried on 5G, different networks. No matter what I do, it just doesn't work. So I did report this to NIO. I would assume it works for other people because they must know, like if they weren't getting any sales of NIO items through the NIO shop, they would probably know there must be a problem. There's no traffic going there. But I can't access it. And so I reported that to NIO a little while ago, and I still can't access it. So it could just be a problem with my phone. I don't know, but again, it's a problem. So I've got a lot more that I could share, and I probably will at a later date, but I don't want to take up all of your time today. Again, feel free to explore on your own, download the app, see for yourself how it works, see what works, what doesn't, see if you find any glitches, problems, language errors, anything like that. And remember, don't forget to subscribe so I can stay one step ahead of NIO on the delivery numbers. And I do have big news coming, which I will get to in another video very, very soon. But for now, thank you and have a wonderful evening. Goodbye.